Hello guys, welcome to the instrument series, and our instrument of the day is D. Wecker's scissors. So its action is also quite typical as its name, and let's see what is its shape and what is its use. Now this D. Wecker scissors is a typical kind of instrument. If you look at it, it is not looking like a scissor, it's not looking like a forceps, but actually it is doing the work of cutting. Now because it is doing the work of cutting, that is why it is called as scissors. So if you look at it, the handle is quite stout because you have to hold it properly, and your hand should be very stabilized, because the cutting that you are doing with the help of this scissors is very delicate structure, and that is actually the iris. So we have to do the iris cutting, and can you see its blades? In order to show you, I am coloring it. See, one is like this and one is like this. So it is something like this, and it is doing the cutting in the form of the spring action. So you should always remember this spring action in cases of this D. Wecker scissors. So they are aligned in such a way that when they are cutting, actually this V-shaped area, a wedge shaped resection is being done with the help of this D. Wecker scissors. So where do we require this cutting of the iris? So this cutting is actually required when we create our opening in the iris. So when do we create an opening in the iris? It can be of two types. Like one is this kind of opening. This is actually called as laser iridotomy. This is called as laser iridotomy, which is done with the help of the ND-YAG laser, and its wavelength is 1064 nanometer. Yes, you are right. I am talking about the angle closure glaucoma. Whenever we talk about the angle closure glaucoma, whether we have the latent phase or intermittent phase, we have to do this because pathogenesis is something like this. Now every time we have to do this opening, we have to create this opening in the iris, we are not sure that whether we have this laser facility in the hospital. So for that matter, we can also create the wedge shaped resection. This wedge shaped resection that is visible to you, this is actually surgical PI. So the D. Wecker scissors is actually used for the cutting of the iris when we are doing it surgically, right? So this is actually called as the peripheral iridectomy. Peripheral iridectomy, and this is not only done as a treatment of choice, it is the treatment of choice in the latent stage, then in the intermittent stage, intermittent stage. Then we are also using it as a prophylaxis, treatment of choice for the prophylaxis in the fallow eye. Now if you look at as an emergency condition, this is very important. We try to understand why this laser iridotomy or the peripheral iridectomy is important. Can you visualize this image? Can you think of something which is very emergent and urgent, or can be called as an ophthalmic emergency? Yes, you have guessed it right. So actually this is your acute congestive glaucoma. So here I am talking about the acute congestive glaucoma. This is the congestive phase, and this phase is actually considered to be the ophthalmic emergency. This phase is considered to be the ophthalmic emergency. The patient is in great pains, there is sudden closure of the angle of anterior chamber, there is high IOP, the patient is having nausea, vomiting, pain, there are so many things, because there is a sudden closure of the angle of anterior chamber. You have got the hazy cornea, you have got closed angles, we have got the mid-dilated vertically oval pupil, and not to forget, can you see the very evident this circumciliary congestion? We also have very evident circumciliary congestion. So when all these things are there, there is something which is actually directing us towards giving this opening. And what is that? See that. This is, can you recall this figure? This is actually, can you see this iris coming towards the cornea? It is just as if this iris has gone and sticked to the posterior surface of the cornea. Can you visualize this area? So this iris has gone and it has ballooned to touch the posterior surface of the cornea. So this is the iris Bombay formation. This is called as the iris Bombay formation. Now, if you have forgotten, I will remind you what was your iris Bombay formation. If you remember, the precipitating factor was the mid dilatation of the pupil. The main thing is the mid dilatation of the pupil. So whenever there was a mid dilatation of the pupil, now what was happening? This is your eye, okay, and this is your lens, okay. Now due to the dilatation of the pupil, not only it is going backwards, it is also coming towards this equator of the lens. So if it was like this, it is coming like this, it is going towards the lens, and there is actually iridolenticular apposition, right. So there is a contact between the iris and the lens, and due to which what is happening, the ciliary body which is behind it, this ciliary body is making this aqueous humor, and now you do not have any space for this aqueous humor to pass, because you know it has to pass through this pupil and you do not have any space for the passage. So obviously what is happening? There is aqueous collection. So there is aqueous collection behind the iris, and it is this aqueous collection behind the iris which is pushing the iris anteriorly, and this kind of a picture is formed, the iris Bombay formation, and obviously there is sudden closure of angle of anterior chamber. Now if there is a sudden closure of the angle of anterior chamber, what you are going to get? You are going to get something like this, and this patient will have acute attack of angle closure glaucoma called as the acute congestive glaucoma, which is really an emergency condition. You have got stony hard eye, acute red eye, very high intraocular pressure, and patient is in great agony, patient is in great pain. And this is not all. If you are not treating this condition, or there are recurrent attacks of this condition, then a thing is also formed, and that is your PAS, peripheral anterior synecdoche. Now once a synecdoche is formed, now can you see this? Up till this time, when there is iris Bombay formation, it can go back, but once a synechial closure will take place, you have zip-like adhesions formed in the angle of anterior chamber, and it is permanently closed. So that can also lead to chronic congestive glaucoma, and that is why giving this opening in the iris is of utmost importance. Now whenever you are doing the surgical resections, you have to always follow the natural structures. And what's the normal structure of the iris? Normal structure of the iris is the collarate pattern. Collarate pattern means spokes of wheel-like pattern. So this spokes of wheel-like pattern that you are getting, that is why in order to respect those boundaries, we are giving that wedge-shaped resection, and in order to give that wedge-shaped resection, we require our instrument, that is the D. Becker scissors, giving the V-shaped spring action to give a wedge-shaped resection. So I hope now it's very clear, the identification, the usage and its application, why and where it is required. I hope you like this session. You will be benefiting this not only in the practical vivas, also your understanding of the theory will be improving if you learn with respect to the instrument also. Thank you and happy ophthalmology.